What's going on, fam? This is your boy Sydney. We got Jessica.
Yes.
We have a Jessica, one of our viewers, wanted to learn how to garden, and so we invited her over. We had some stuff to transplant it out and to start some seeds. So we're going to show her how we start some seeds, and tell everybody else what's your name, or additional what's your name and where you're from, and what got you interested with gardening.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Dallas, Texas. City girl. Yeah, I decided. Okay, first I was looking on their page, YouTube and Instagram page, and I was just so fascinated on gardening. I just want to start for myself. Starting like making growing kale or green onions and things I typically eat on a day-to-day basis. Because I don't want to use pesticides and all those GMOs or whatever. I just want to watch my food and have it be healthy, knowing where it's coming from.
Okay, good. Yes, and that's one thing a lot of first-time gardeners, they make a mistake of. They just grow anything and not growing with the food that they normally eat. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
What are all the purposes of the peat moss? I forgot.
It's just additional organic matter, and it helps keep some of the your bedding moist. And the reason why you want to keep everything moist is it helps when you plant a seed into the dirt, it needs to stay moist for a certain amount of days. Okay. And if it doesn't stay moist for a certain amount of days, your seeds won't germinate. They will germinate at a lower chance. And so what the peat moss does, it helps retain a lot of that moisture, so that way you don't have to water it as much. And what we're doing now is watering it a lot, because if you don't, it becomes hydrophobic. So which basically means once you have it already in one of these containers and you wet it up, it just deter the water from staying where it needs to be at. So that's the reason why we wet it up.
And one of the most common beginner rookie things is sometimes not remembering to water.
Put enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes people water way too much. Sometimes they won't water enough. It's just.
I have a tendency to overwater, just doing that mommy thing,
Would it drown?
Yeah. You'll see, your roots are going to need a lot of air. They don't mind the moisture, but they're going to also need some air. Not too much air, not too much moisture. You got to find that right mix. Okay. That's where that whole trial and error comes to play.
But you came across like a finger test that kind of works.
Don't worry about getting me wet. So, and what we have, these white pellets, is called perlite, and that allows the water to drain so it doesn't get compacted. Water will be able to drain once you water it up. Normally we won't add it in for a seed starting mix, but we're using this as both a seed starting mix and a potting mix.
And perlite is a plant?
Perlite is a volcanic rock. It's just crushed down. It's very sustainable. As you see, just crush it up. It doesn't deteriorate or anything of that nature.
We like vermiculite too, but we can't find it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I found a place.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, the U-line.
Oh, are you gonna get some?
Possibly. The way you want it is to be where it folds in your hand but crumbles very easily, and to where when you squeeze it, there's not much water coming out. It's almost like a cookie mix that you're looking for. These are called cells. These are called flats. And what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how I like to pack them. You just put your dirt in there like that. Then you grab an extra one and you mush it down. And what this does, it gives you a nice foundation, gets rid of all the air pockets, and then you just come back and top the soil again. So these are going to get to you. So we're going to have seeds for you to select what you like to grow. And we'll show you how to water them. Everything is practical. That's what you see. Tell everybody what do you do?
So for for a living,
Yes.
I'm a seamstress.
Okay.
So my day job now 4 days a week. I was working 5 days a week, 10-hour days, tailoring suits. So now I just do it 4 days out of the week, and then whenever I'm at home and I have a lot of dresses to work on, I do alterations on special occasion wear. So bridal gowns, even some suits I take in, trousers, do some hems on those. So yeah.
Okay. So do you do that as a side business?
At a side, trying to make it my main.
Okay. So do you have a business name?
Oh, Couture by Jess.
Okay. And do you have a website, social media that we
Yes.
can have our people check you out on?
Yes. So the website at www.couturebyjess.com, Instagram, Facebook, and now TikTok at Couture by Jess.
Okay, TikTok. All right, man. And so I guess now that you have a website, you ship out some of your products or anything?
Not yet. So I have
Okay.
not started making merch.
Okay.
I'm planning to create some by the end of this month and then go out to one of the markets. I know they have this place called Southside Ballroom or Gillies around that area in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They usually do a market on Saturdays.
Oh.
So I'm going to be out there.
Cool. So do you like celery?
Oh, yeah. I like celery. I do
Okay,
celery
we're going to
juices.
have you grow some celery. Cucumbers.
Yeah. I juice it with a blend of my grape juices.
Okay.
So cucumbers is either going to be in my salad or, I don't just eat it by itself like that.
Now with your patio or balcony, do you have like somewhere you can trellis up there, like a little thing for the cucumbers to vine up? Because these are almost like a vine,
Okay.
and they will just keep on growing and growing.
I'm on the 4th floor.
Okay.
So the top floor.
All right. We'll
I have a question.
So it needs something to grab on.
yeah.
I'll have to buy it.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay. These are determinate tomatoes. These are the Roma tomatoes, so they'll
right.
grow up anywhere from 5 to 6 feet. And what they call determinate tomatoes is they only grow a certain height. And then you have indeterminate tomatoes that can grow up to 15, 20 feet, long. So we can grow some of these.
Oh yeah, I love Roma.
Peppers. You like sweet peppers, hot peppers?
Hot peppers. Sweet peppers would be like what, regular red and
Yeah,
yellow,
you
green?
got yellow. We have some yellow ones. We have.
Like the green and red.
You like jalapenos?
I do on my nachos. So
Okay.
like a veggie or vegan nachos, I could do that. But I wouldn't eat a lot of it, but I could
Okay.
eat some of it.
So we'll take those out with green peppers.
Yes, I love those.
Okay, and we'll do some red peppers.
So what do y'all do if the bugs are eating the lettuce?
So each plant is just like with humans. When you get sick, you send off a pheromone. And that's the same thing with plants do. When they get sick and they're not fed the proper nutrition, they send off a pheromone that attracts bugs.
Okay.
And that's when you know your plant is either not healthy and your soil is imbalanced. So you want to do a scheduled fertilizer for your plants, or actually for your soil. It's oh, most of the fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers, is geared to help the plants. We like the fertilizers to help improve the soil quality, because if without the soil quality, your plants can't thrive.
Okay, so the bugs are coming there and eating it because the plant is
Yeah,
is
sending
not
off a
healthy.
pheromone for it. Now we do some trap crops. We got some nasturtiums to help attract the bugs geared to that plant. You can also have flowers and different herbs around your plants to throw off the smell and everything. But as long as you keep your quality of soil and those trap plants, it would decrease the chances of your plants being attacked by pests. Now, however, if they are being attacked like soft body bugs, I know you probably won't remember all of this, but
Soft bodies, what?
so like aphids are real bad. They mostly go off of a lot of leafy products, and if you see like a lot of ants, the aphids have once they're eating the nectar off of your plants, they secrete that like a sweet, almost like a honeydew out through their body, and so a lot of the ants, they harvest a lot of those the aphids juices from them and allow them to keep on eating as they take all their juices and stuff. So we do a cold pressed neem oil because it has a active ingredient. It's a natural plant that has an active ingredient called azafractin, whatever, I can never say that word, but it allows you coat the plant, and allows when the soft body bugs are eating that, it tricks the plants, it tricks the insect to thinking that it's full, so it basically starves it to death. But the only thing with that is a oil. In Texas, it gets very hot, so you want to make sure, you're going to burn. Basically, it's like tanning lotion for your plants. So you either do it in the evening time. It's best to do it in the evening time because all of the beneficial bugs are gone, and it just allows your plant to thrive. But after having our soil very good, we haven't used really even no neem oil. We haven't used any diatomaceous earth. If you do diatomaceous earth, you want to get the food grade. We don't use BT. Now that we have chickens, when we had hornworms, we had a very bad hornworm infestation last year, but luckily we have chickens, so we were just feeding them to the chickens and stuff like that.
There's not a certain plant you can plant near it to that the bugs don't like.
Yeah, so like alliums, like onions, chives, garlic, it kind of throws off a smell where they can't sense that pheromone from that plant that's sick. Or flowers, some heavy perfumey type flower like alyssums. Basil is a good deterrent, and just a very flowery smell. Sunflower. Now with okra, what we're going to be growing, you'll see a lot of aphids on those.
What's okra?
Right here.
Okay.
Those will have some aphids on there, but those are just easy to wash off. And a lot of the bugs that you see, if you take one like the high pressure water hose like that, you could just spray it off and knock them off, and they'll get knocked off, and you don't have to worry about it. So what I normally do is I'll take a little thing like a stick or a pencil, whatever, and I won't go deep. Most seeds you only need to go about 1/4 inch deep, and a lot of these packages will tell you how deep to plant your seeds. 1/4 inch deep, and let's see, this one, say 1/4 inch deep. So a lot of them will tell you how deep to plant your seeds. Sometimes you can go a little bit deeper, but each plant, when it starts to germinate, it has a set energy, and you don't want that energy to be basically all for trying to germinate and everything like that. So just do like 1/4 inch like that on all of those, and just do making sure you get in the middle of them. So let's start with some okra. So what we normally do, with okra, since these seeds are a little bit bigger than normal seeds, we normally soak them for at least 24 hours. But since I didn't know you did like okra, I didn't have any for you. So we just plant one seed per each cell, like that, and I'll let you do those. And you're going to get another label. Ooh.
Oh, where do I put it?
Anywhere. Yeah. All right there. And you're going to put it right there. And then we're just going to cover it up like that. I might have to put some extra soil on any soil on yours?
Maybe for that one.
All right. Next, we'll do some celery. And celery seeds are real small, as you can see right through there.
What?
Yeah. So they're very, very small. So what you...
You're gonna throw a bunch of one.
So what we do, I'll let you grab that. And you just basically put like...
Sprinkle it.
See if you could guess about 3 seeds in there. Over there.
You already put them? Which one?
I did 3, so you could do those 3 over there.
So I guess when they germinate, only one is gonna.
Well, you'll take the strongest ones and put one right there and one right something right there. You'll take the ones that you feel is going to thrive and get rid of the rest of them.
And close it.
Mm-hmm. Those probably don't need much soil in there since the seed's so small. All right. Now let's do tomatoes. So we got some tomato seeds. You see they're a lot bigger than the other seeds. So we're going to put one of these in per each one of those.
Oh shoot.
You're fine if you get 2 in there.
Oh, I think I got 3 in that one.
Oh, don't worry about it. Like I said, once they germinate, you'll see which one's you'll hopefully know which one's the strongest one, and you can just let that one thrive. You don't want to let a lot of your seeds grow into one container, bunched up like that, because they're gonna be fighting for the nutrients around that soil.
Okay.
And that's another thing I forgot to mention on the seed package.
Yeah.
It will tell you the spacings. So with tomatoes, with this particular plant, you want to space them no closer than 24 inches close to each other. Like these peppers, 18 inches. So each one will tell you how close you want to plant them from with each other.
So with the other different the roots work.
So each seed from the different a lot of the fruit vegetables get first work higher, so you'll be able to grow plant for next seed, but you're probably started maybe 3. Yeah, I do mostly call all. With a lot of these, you're running all. So, how did you enjoy all the? I know it's kind of mass overload, but how did you feel? You think you can do this now all by yourself?
Yes, I think I can do this. I like how we chose plants that I usually eat. So the tomatoes, the red bell peppers. No, we didn't do the cucumbers. I don't have the vine thing. But I feel like it's doable. I'll hit you guys up if I need any help. But yeah, this whole process is really relaxing.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it.
Now you see why I always tease the missus, like, this is normally my alone time where it's just me and I'm just zoning out, meditating, just reflecting about my life or what has happened in the week and things of that nature. But it for a first time garden, it kind of gets overwhelming and you're kind of nervous about, but just I always tell people practice makes experience. You're going to do some failures. You're going to have a lot of success. Even experienced gardens and gardeners that we follow, they have trials and tribulation. It comes with the territory. It's just like raising a child. You're not going to always do the right thing, but it's going to be okay. So if y'all want some more information about this, we're going to take it through a journey of a beginner step from how to start the soil and learn how to grow it up, transplant it out into your either container or your garden beds. We're going to try to get back into the apartment garden. If you want to see a little bit more about that, we'll put that on the screen up on the above and also down in the description below. Until the next video, let's grow together.